protesters are fast-moving.
Unlike other big rallies,
earlier at about 7 a.m. a group
Welcome to #PHVote 2013 Rappler.
Today on Rappler. A new report says the U.S. Embassy in Manila is one of Washington's listening posts in Asia. A day after President Aquino's defense of the DAP, critics say the issue is about legality. And a watchdog says Syria's chemical arms production equipment is destroyed.
Hello, I'm Natasha Gutierrez sitting in for Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. German news magazine Der Spiegel reports the U.S. Embassy in Manila is one of Washington's listening posts in Asia, used to spy on communication networks and phone calls in the region. A top-secret map leaked by U.S. whistleblower Edward Snowden lists Manila as one of 90 surveillance facilities at embassies and consulates around the world. Of the 90, at least 74 are listed as staffed locations, while at least 14 others are unmanned. 2 other facilities serve as technical support centers. Aside from Manila, the map dated August 13, 2010, lists communications intelligence facilities in Jakarta, Beijing, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, and Yangon. But the Sydney Morning Herald notes there are no such facilities in the US's closest allies Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Singapore, and the United Kingdom. Reacting to the reports, the Philippines on Thursday says embassies should follow the law. Foreign Affairs spokesman Raul Hernandez says functions of embassies are governed by treaty obligations, like the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. He adds, we expect countries to be guided by the principles in this convention and to respect the laws and procedures of the host country. If the allegations are true, Article 27 of the Vienna Convention will likely apply. It says a receiving state shall, quote, permit and protect free communication on the part of the mission for all official purposes. It adds, a mission may, quote, install and use a wireless transmitter only with the consent of the receiving state. Europe and Washington trade spying accusations as envoys meet to seek ways to rebuild trust, following new reports about the scale of U.S. surveillance of its allies. A German delegation and European Union lawmakers are in the U.S. Capitol demanding answers about the alleged bugging of German Chancellor Angela Merkel's phone. The visit comes as new reports reveal allegations U.S. agents hacked into cables used by Google and Yahoo. U.S. President Barack Obama's spy chiefs are on the defensive over the reports, arguing all countries spy on one another. A day after President Benigno Aquino delivered a primetime address defending the government's economic booster fund, critics asked what triggered the speech. The controversy in the pork barrel and the Disbursement Acceleration Program, or DAP, has been playing out in the media for at least 3 months. Opposition United Nationalist Alliance Secretary General Toby Tiangco says he is, quote, at a loss why the president delivered the speech when Aquino's government officials already explained the DAP at length. Tiangco also alludes to an alleged internal survey that says Aquino's rating is low, but Malacanang denies this. Tiangco says without knowing what triggered the explanation, we will not be able to analyze it in the proper context. Critics slam Aquino's speech, saying the president missed the point. Former Budget Secretary Benjamin Diokno says the issue is DAP's legality, not whether it was stolen or not. Former National Treasurer Leonor Briones adds, we are a government of laws. This means that no matter how noble, the ends may not necessarily justify the means if they violate the Constitution. The president says DAP is constitutional, but Diokno says it was used to fund non-existing items in the General Appropriations Act under Aquino's discretion. Diokno says this makes DAP illegal. Petitions questioning the constitutionality of the DAP are pending in the Supreme Court. The senator whose privileged speech triggered the controversy surrounding the DAP says he does not feel alluded to in the president's address. Senator Jinggoy Estrada says President Aquino cannot accuse him of distracting the public from the pork barrel scam because it was the administration that admitted releasing funds from the DAP. Last month, Estrada accused the administration of giving 50 million pesos each to senators who voted to convict former Chief Justice Renato Corona. Budget Secretary Butch Abad says the money came from DAP. In a speech Wednesday, Aquino criticized corrupt officials, implicated in the pork barrel scam and accused them of muddling the issue. But Senator Bong Revilla takes exception to Aquino's statement that those implicated never denied the charges against them. In a statement, Revilla's lawyer Joel Bodegon says Revilla has consistently denied stealing from public funds. Estrada, Revilla, and Senate Minority Juan Ponce Enrile face a plunder complaint for alleged misuse of their pork barrel. Heritage Conservation Society President Ivan Henares emphasizes the importance of preserving national heritage, following mixed reactions over a controversial wake skating video at the Banaue Rice Terraces. Conservationists accused the video sponsors of exploiting the UNESCO World Heritage Site. For Henares, the problem is how the video was marketed.
What bothered me about the video was not the stunt itself, but the fact that he called it a wake skating paradise, which it's not a wake skating paradise. And our take on it is that wake skating after this stunt should not become a commercial activity in the rice terraces. The rice terraces are primarily an agricultural part of our cultural heritage. So we have to be careful about how we promote the rice terrace. Yes, it created the buzz about the rice terraces, but is the buzz the right kind of buzz that we want to create? No, we might give the wrong.
Henares also addresses concerns about the lack of economic opportunities that force residents of traditional communities to find work in the city.
Yeah, you have to actually offer opportunities within the framework of the rice terraces and its history. You know, again, one of the opportunities would be a market, you know, for the rice. The rice has to be sold at a premium. That's number one. It's a very healthy kind of rice, and it can be sold at a premium, especially if you market it properly as World Heritage rice, and it's being done. It's being done.
Commenting on the state of heritage conservation in the Philippines, Henares says it should be considered an investment instead of an expense.
But for a developing country, is heritage conservation a luxury?
I don't think so. It's an investment, and I always say this: no, heritage is not an expense. It is an investment. Please, you know, stop saying that it's magastos. You know, it's a waste of money. It's an investment. Why do you think Vietnam and other countries, you know, they're fast overtaking us when it comes to tourism? They spent millions of dollars when it comes to restoration. You know, Vietnam has been restoring its heritage site.
Several government agencies are in full force to ensure a peaceful observance of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day this weekend. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority deploys additional units to ease traffic, while the Philippine National Police is on alert to provide security in cemeteries and transport hubs. On Thursday, President Aquino inspects transport terminals in Metro Manila and found the facilities acceptable, even as his cabinet proposes more improvements. Interior Secretary Mar Rojas tells local government units to prepare for efficient garbage collection and cleanup operations after the weekend. Typhoon Vinta, international name Crosa, makes landfall over northern Cagayan Thursday afternoon. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa says the typhoon is located 110 kilometers southeast of Apari, Cagayan. Signal number 3 is up over Cagayan, Apayao, and Ilocos Norte. Signal number 2 is up over Batanes, Abra, Kalinga, Ilocos Sur, Mountain Province, and Isabela, while signal number 1 is raised over La Union, Benguet, Ifugao, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, Aurora, and Pangasinan. The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, or OPCW, says all of Syria's chemical arms production equipment is destroyed. Inspectors had until Friday to visit Syria's chemical sites and destroy all production equipment following a UN Security Council resolution. The resolution requires Syria's chemical arsenal completely destroyed by mid-2014. OPCW says inspectors visited 21 of the 23 sites declared by Syria. 2 of the sites could not be visited for security reasons. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 3, Chinese police arrest 5 suspects over a, quote, terrorist attack in Beijing's Tiananmen Square. On Monday, 3 people died inside the car that crashed and burst into flames in Tiananmen Square, the symbolic heart of the Chinese state. Police say the car had a license plate identifying it as from the restive western region of Xinjiang. They say the names of the 3 sounded like ones used by the mostly Muslim Uyghur ethnic minority. At number 6, Russian President Vladimir Putin beats U.S. President Barack Obama to the title of the world's most powerful leader in the Forbes list of 72 power brokers. It's the first time in 3 years that Obama has dropped to second place as U.S.-Russia relations dipped to a new low. China's President Xi Jinping ranks number 3, followed by Pope Francis at number 4, and German Chancellor Angela Merkel at number 5. And at number 10, Ark Nova, a plastic balloon-like structure, is the world's first portable inflatable concert hall. It seats an audience of up to 500 on rows of mounted wooden benches. Conceptualized and designed for the victims of the 2011 tsunami in Japan, Ark Nova is the handiwork of Japanese architect Arata Isozaki and London sculptor Anish Kapoor. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. The Boston Red Sox beat the St. Louis Cardinals 6-1 to capture their 8th World Series title and first at Fenway Park since 1918. Shane Victorino blasts a 3-run double in the 3rd inning, and Stephen Drew clubs a solo homer in the 4th. The Red Sox wins the best-of-7 series 4-2. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter, which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories with the most clicks. Let's check out today's mood navigator. Over to the left, a red circle, Aquino Defense Disbursement Allocation Program. This has 52% of people feeling angry and 43% feeling happy. Over to the right, a circle of a different color. This was last night's top story. As it happens, the president's address to the nation. This had 59% of people feeling happy and 23% feeling annoyed. And the related story, of course, his full speech. This one was one of the most read stories as well. Had 66% of people feeling happy and 19% of readers feeling annoyed. All these stories contributing to the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. That's Rappler's newscast for today, Thursday, October 31, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel in our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Natasha Gutierrez, as we say at Rappler. Tomorrow begins today.